Yo, what's good guys? Bad Music Production here from Producers Buzz, and today guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a really nice Afro kind of beats, Afro drum patterns in FL Studio, and making that Wizkid type of drum patterns here in FL Studio. This is what I'm going to be showing you to do today. Just before we go into showing you what we're going to be doing, I made 4 different drum patterns. They're all in 4 different colors, right, at the top. So these are 4 different drum patterns I'm going to be teaching you. And at the bottom, you will see that I have got my vocals on there. This is something I just made up live on the microphone, one without auto-tune and one with auto-tune. But yeah, let's have a quick listen to what I'm going to be teaching you today. I won't be teaching you the vocals, but I will be teaching you the drum patterns. Now, yeah, let's go. Have a look.
Baby, don't you cry. I'll be all with you tonight. Give me a minute till I be alive. You be alive. Don't you cry. Give me a minute till I buy your house. How can you go? Can you go down low? Oh, how long can you go? Hold on, go low. Low can you go? Hey, how low can you go? Low can you go? Can you bring it down low? Hey, can you bring it down low? Bring it down low. How low can you go? Hey, can you bring it down low? Bring it down low. How low can you go? Hey, how low can you go? La, la, la.
So yeah, you guys get it. I just made it up. How low can you go? You know what I mean? I just made up the vocals on there and just kind of just messed around. Just anything that came to my mind, I just made it up, really, to be honest. I didn't even write it down. I just went along with it. It's not about the vocals in this case. It's about the drum patterns. Alright guys, so here we are looking at these drum patterns. We got drum pattern 3, which is right over here. We got drum pattern 1. So we're going to go over these in details and what we've done, so you guys can create these drum patterns from your home or studio. Now this is my favorite one, drum pattern 4. Really, this has been used by Wizkid in some of his tracks. This kind of drum pattern just filled in the perks a bit differently. If you listen to Essence, it's got the same similar kind of bounce to it. This is because we actually set the swing up here to the same amount. 30% is on a swing, which is kind of gives us that nice kind of bouncy swing to the track, which is what we're looking for. Now drum pattern 5 is the last pattern we're going to be looking at, which is this one. So we've got these 4 cool drum patterns on here, which we're going to be learning. So before I go into more details, you guys can head over to Producers Buzz on our website, click on drum and drum samples and drum kits here on the side, and you will find we've got loads of drum kits. In fact, if you go down, you will see we've got 117 different drum kits that you guys can download and use for free. And there's going to be a new link in the bottom of this video, which is the new drum kit that we've added for this tutorial itself of creating this kind of, Afrobeat and Wizkid inspired drum patterns. So let's look at the drum pattern number 1. Well, the first one on the playlist is number 3. So let's have a quick listen to this.
Baby, don't you cry. I'll be all with.
So as you guys can hear, it sounds pretty cool. Right. So what did we do to create this drum pattern? Well, the first thing is we've got like this thick kind of kick at the top, and if we select the kick, you guys can see that the kick sounds pretty cool. Just like that, pretty simple, nice kick. Then we've added like this kind of perk, like a bango kind of perk, but quite kind of low kind of sound. Notice how we done a double right over here. gives us nice kind of bounce when we turn up the swing on here. When we turn up the swing to 30%, gives us a really nice bounce. We got crash at the beginning. Now you would have this on every other beat. You know, you would have them repeating all the time. Maybe, you know, if you got 16 bars, you would have it on the first bar, the fourth bar, the eighth bar, and so on. Like every other 4 bars, you could have this crash coming in. Then we're using this oh, there's nothing on that one. Then we're using this snare, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how the snare on here, it doesn't go over here, but it just takes a little step back. Just you know, it's a little bit off, and that's what gives it the bounce. See that? Because usually you would have a snare on every other beat, so you have one here, one here, one here, and one here. But instead of starting it off, we moved it back a set, as you guys can see. And then we added like this another kind of perky sound just to fill in the snare sound. See that? And now the snare needed a bit of lifting, so we added like an overlay clap on top. See that? Right there, clap there, clap there, and clap here. And then we added like this kind of shaker sound right over here. See that? Really cool. Then we added like this like a kind of deeper bongo kind of sound, like a African kind of, well, it's called African bad girl perk. Don't know why someone called it that, but yeah. Notice that if we go into the piano roll, you can see that we've set up we set this up like this. So what we've got is we've got the bongo going, so starting off big and then going small like that. Notice how the velocity here at the end kind of dims in and goes up, just like that. You just kind of create that bounce kind of sound, you know? I mean, if you wanted, we could add one here. But maybe we'd bring it down a bit, make it a bit lower. Hey. Just like that. And maybe bring the volume down on that. And over here, you guys can't probably see that because of the screen, but just bring it down lower. Just like that. And that sounds pretty cool. And then we've added like this perk, like it's called Tarzan on here. Again, not sure why it's called Tarzan, but it fits really nicely in there. And then obviously once we have these sounds, we would put on the melody and the vocals, and this is what it sounds like. Let's turn it all on, obviously.
Baby, don't you cry. I'll be all out with you tonight. Give me a minute till I be alright. You be alright. Don't you cry.
So, pattern number 1. Now this is a more kind of modern mixture between Afro kind of trap, Afro and trap. So I've kind of mixed it to create a mashup, to create this transition going from one pattern to another, because I kind of wanted the track to kind of mix. So I kind of create this transition kind of sound, and this is what it sounds like. So again, I'm going to run you through it. So we got the kick just starting off. As you can see, really simple deep kick. Really deep kick, powerful kick. And then on top of that, got perky sound. Just going again at the beginning of the snare or the hi-hats. Sorry, the snare. Just placed it right there. Again, misplaced it one little step backwards, and then gone back again. Then one step backwards again. So instead of it being like this, as you guys know. See, it doesn't sound Afro kind of style type of track, you know, the Wizkid type of track. When you move that back a bit, this is what it sounds like. See that? Gives us that nice bounce. Then we've mixed it with a snare. Hey. And then we overlaid another harder snare on top, but only at the beginning of the first other snare. Notice how the snare above has got like a little bounce to it, just misplaced one over here and one over here. So when we play it, this is what it sounds like. See that? And then obviously we've got this harder snare starting us off, giving us this nice bounce going. See that? I know my sounds are funny, but yeah, you guys, you know, you kind of understand what I mean. And then on top of that, we've added like this perky sound, which gives it a nice swing. Now we didn't use any bang or any kind of perks on top of this, just this, you know, just this sound over here and this one, nothing too much. And we also had like a crash at the beginning. Obviously you guys would not have that repeating on every eight bars like me over here, you know, 8 bar quick, 8 beats per second loop like this. You would have it obviously on every other bar, or every other 2 bars or 3 bars or 4 bars, however you guys want to work. And then we mix that with the melody, which I made down here. Which we can look at the melody right at the end.
Cry. Give me a minute to up by your house. How can you go? Can you go down low? How long can you go?
You know what? When I sang that, I was just messing about, like, how low can you go? Just messing about, you know, just to fill in the track, just to give you guys that sense of atmosphere and that something could be there, because it sounds quite boring without it. I'm not gonna lie, if I take it off, it sounds blank. Actually, it might sound better without my singing, actually. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it sound better without my singing or with my singing? With my singing? Swimming? Where am I swimming, bro? Come on, I can't even talk properly. Right, does it sound better with my singing or without my singing, this demonstration? Let me know so I can take note for the future. If it sounds crap, my singing makes the track sounds bad, I'll just remove it. I won't bother doing any sample singing in it. But if you guys enjoy it, I'll leave it in there just like that. So yeah, drop your comments below, I want to know. Right, moving to the third drum loop, which I called pattern 4 in here. It's this one.
How can you go? Hold on, go low.
Now this pattern's been widely used by Afro kind of beats industry. They use this track a lot. Wizkid uses this track a lot. Swiley used this kind of drum loops in her tracks as well. And some of the Afro, you know, artists, they use this kind of drum pattern a lot and play around with it and change it. So I'm giving this away to you guys. This is what it looks like. Really, really simple. Too simple. But yeah, let's have a look. Notice the swing again is on that 30% swing. So let's go over. So we got the kick starting us off. Nice deep kick. Now you don't have to use a deep kick. You can use any kick, but as long as it's got like nice kind of bouncy sound to it. Just like that. Now on top of that, we use like this kind of open kind of hat. It's a crash kind of sound, but it can be used as an open hat. And you use it on every other kind of step, just like this. Right there and right there. And then we've added like this snare sound, which goes like this. Now a lot of Afro beats kind of have this kind of drum pattern. No, 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 hey, no, 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 hey, you know, kind of gives you that nice kind of bounce sound to start off, and then we fill it in with a clap. So every other kind of, you know, just to fill in those gaps, just to make the overall main hit of the snare or clap sound harder and sound cool. See, like that. Then we added like this kind of perk sound. Again, same sound that we used before. They're also same sounds, just giving us different kind of drum patterns to create different kind of sequences here. Notice how it starts off and then goes again. 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. A. 2, 1. And again. See that? How it shifted a bit? Instead of starting over here, it shifted a little bit. It just gives us that kind of diversity. It makes it sound really cool. And then we used another kind of like a perky kind of sound at the bottom. It's like a shaker kind of sound. And then we used obviously the bongo sound, kind of, you know, bongo kind of cool sound. Notice how it just comes in. Obviously we want to offset it a little bit, so that's what it is. It's mainly giving us that bounce, this offset. Instead of putting it here, guys, we offset it just one backwards, which gives us that kind of laid back kind of sound. Hey. But then to get the rhythm back, obviously over here, we moved it back into place. If we offset it over here, it wouldn't sound right. Check this out. Like you're waiting something to happen, but it's not happening. So that's why we put it back and we get the rhythm back. Notice that there's no crazy hi-hats, like it's not drill, it's not trap. Keeping it nice with shakers, keeping that bounce going. That's what it's about. So don't, you know, try pull hi-hats and start doing drum loops and drum rolls. You don't want to do that kind of stuff when it comes to Afro kind of beats. Just keep it nice and simple. I mean, you can if you want to. You know, Wizkid has done it a lot, but it depends on your style. I mean, my style of, you know, creating Wizkid and seeing Afro beats, I kind of see it with lighter hi-hats, which is I'm going to show you right now on the last one, on pattern 5. So let me just play you pattern 4, and this is what it sounds like. Now you've heard it all.
How low can you go? How low, go low, yeah. Low can you go? Hey, how low can you go? Low can you go? Can you bring it down low? Hey, can you bring it down low? Bring it down low.
So without the singing, check this out. So that is pretty cool. And the last drum pattern, guys, is the same pattern as number 4, okay? But I've added more shakers to it. So this is what it sounds like. Now I wanted to show you a technique on here that I done, and basically this is called well, it's just a simple technique that a lot of Afrobeats kind of use. You can create the hi-hats, but instead of having them low, you bring them higher because they sound too dense at the bottom. Check this out. So you move them 1 octave up like this, or you can press Control and arrow up on your keyboard and they'll move it up just like that. See that? Very nice and light in the background. And that is perfect. That's what we want. Just that nice kind of tss. So if you guys do want a high hi-hats, usually you can leave the first one out. And don't create any drum rolls in there, because if you do, it will sound crap. Check this out. Actually, it sounds alright, but when you guys, you know, as we like to create drum rolls, we like to add more kind of sounds. So it sounds like this. Just doesn't sound right. Did you guys hear that? Just don't sound right. So you can stick to a drum roll like this if you wanted to. But it just doesn't sound right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, let me play it to you. Okay.
Low can you go? Hey, can you bring it down low? Bring it down low. How low can you go? Hey, how low?
See that? It just doesn't sound right to me. I mean, to me, Wizkid doesn't really use that kind of crazy kind of perky, you know. It fills up the sounds with perks, and that's what we're doing right here. So I took that hi-hat away and instantly, check this out.
Low can you go? Hey, can you bring it down low? Bring it down low. How low can you go? Hey.
See that? Sounds so much better, nicer, smoother, really nice sound. Don't go crazy with that hi-hats, guys. That's my advice to you when you want to create Afro beats. As you guys can see, very simple over here. And that's all I done on here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I did add the vocals in as a demonstration to show you guys. I'm just going to show you the melody I made. Really simple melody. I made a melody, and all I done is I created these... I'm going to show you guys on here. So I created just a simple melody like this. Let me just a simple melody like this.
Low can you go?
So to move that across, I used the Control and S, which is like the sorry, not Control S, Alt and S, which is the strummer, and then I strummed it across like 0.2. So what you guys do, okay, when you create your chords like this, okay, for example, you would select it and you would press Alt and S. So I'm going to show you on here. If I press Alt and S, it brings up the strummer. And then if we move it to 0.2 or 0.3, you see it moves across when I move this. When you move it 0.2, it just makes a move across. 0.3 is perfect. And then obviously you press OK, accept down here. And it stays like that. So when you actually play it, it sounds like this instead of sounding like this. See that? So that is pretty cool. Make sure sound strum, and that's what I did. Kind of just create a nice little, you know, drum pattern here. Then on here, just created this quick kind of separation to the sound. So like this is acceleration. I can't even pronounce that, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. Like it belongs to the marimba kind of family. Perk kind of sound. And then just added like a quick pad on there. Really simple. And that's it. I just made it loop for the demonstration of this. That's all there is, you know. I didn't change the melody. The melody, you know, I didn't want to work on it too much because it's the actual drum pattern that I'm working on. So I hope I taught you something here today, guys. Really nice drum patterns that I want to teach you. And hopefully you guys have learned something. Well, taught you. Hopefully I taught you something, guys, on how to produce Afro kind of beats in FL Studio. If you guys have been struggling, here it is. Don't forget the tempo we're working with is 104. Okay, and don't forget to turn up your swing to 30% around here before you start, and then you can start working on your drum patterns. But yeah, apart from that, I'm gonna go and yeah, let's head straight back out. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. There is a lot of things that we're going to be covering very soon. We're going to be looking at a lot of different vocals tutorials, a lot more drum patterns. I will be bringing out how to create Juice WRLD type of drum patterns, how to create Post Malone type of drum patterns, how to create The Weeknd type of drum patterns. So I'm going to be teaching you a lot of cool things that you guys should know in FL Studio, and hopefully make your creativity more open. Now I'm not trying to, you know, everyone's got their own different creative ways of making different drum patterns in FL Studio. Obviously you will find your own technique and you will adapt my technique towards yours. I don't, you know, the main thing you don't want to do is copy someone else's drums and stick to that drums and say these drums are right because Pav made them, or because I don't know, DJ Khaled made them. No. Everyone's being creative. It's about creating something different. So you got to, you know, kind of use the different things you learn and create your own technique, create your own sound. And that's you know, that's what I'm doing here. I've kind of combined all the stuff I learned over the years and just really just smashed them on there and just had a bit of fun and creativity. So even though I'm teaching you guys, I'm actually really enjoying this. But gotta be honest, I really do enjoy making these videos. And every time I make them, I get carried away. And sometimes I get the neighbor knocking on the door like, turn the music down! I'm like, fuck you! No, I'm joking. But yeah, you guys get what I mean. But it is what it is, you know. But it's been a long ride. But guys, yeah. Apart from that, make sure you stay tuned. Got more videos coming. Back music production. You know how we do it. Producersbuzz.com. Get your sounds. Get your drum loops. Don't forget to go and download all these amazing Wizkid and Afrobeat inspired drum loops and samples from FL Studio. You get the kicks, the snares, the claps, the hi-hats, the whole lot for free. So yeah, make sure you go and download it. The link is in my description. And apart from that, I'm done talking now. Peace out.